There's someone in your life who, at first, seemed perfect, attentive, charming, always knew exactly what to say. But something changed. Now you feel guilty for things you never did. You apologize for emotions you have every right to feel. And every time you think about leaving, somehow they sense it. And suddenly they're perfect again. This isn't an accident. It's a pattern. And by the end of this video, you'll recognize it. Maybe in someone you know. Maybe in yourself. It's called narcissistic personality disorder. But forget the textbook definition for a second. Because the narcissist who will ruin your life doesn't look like the self-obsessed type from movies who only talks about themselves. The most dangerous narcissists are the ones you'd never suspect. They're attentive, empathetic, at least on the surface. They know exactly which mask to wear for every person in their life. There are 5 signs that repeat in almost every case. 5 patterns people ignore for years until it's too late. Sign 1. Love bombing. The first sign happens before you even realize something's wrong. In the beginning, everything is intense. Compliments come too fast. Attention is constant. Texts every hour. Plans for the future made within the first week. Words like, "I've never felt this way before," said too soon to be true. This is called love bombing. And it's not random. It's a strategy, conscious or not, designed to create emotional dependency before they show you who they really are. Because once you've felt that level of attention, losing it later will feel like losing oxygen. And then, slowly, the attention starts to disappear. Sign 2. Gaslighting. You say something that hurts you. The response isn't an apology. It's, "That's not what happened. You're overreacting. I never said that." At first, you doubt their version. But after the 10th, 20th time, you stop trusting your own. You start keeping notes, checking messages twice, apologizing before you even know why. This is gaslighting. The systematic erosion of your sense of reality until you become dependent on their version of the truth just to feel safe. Sign 3. Lack of genuine empathy. The narcissist knows how to perform compassion perfectly. They'll say the right words at the right moment. "I'm so sorry you're going through that." But watch closely. That empathy only shows up when someone's watching. Only when it benefits them. Only when it's part of the performance. In private, when no one's watching, that same person shows no real concern for your pain, unless that pain somehow threatens them. Psychologists call this shallow affective empathy. They understand what they're supposed to feel and can mimic it flawlessly, but they don't actually feel it. Sign 4. Constant need for control. It rarely looks like control at first. It looks like, "I just worry about you, that's why you don't need to go out with your friends." It looks like decisions that always go their way, while your opinion was somehow never practical. It looks like slow isolation from family, from friends, from anyone who might notice what's happening. By the time you notice, the circle of people around you has shrunk so much, you have no one left to compare your experience with. And that's exactly the point. Sign 5. Punishment for setting a boundary. You say no. You say, "This hurt me." And instead of a conversation, there's silence, coldness, attention withdrawn as punishment. Or the opposite, an explosion of anger, accusations that you're the one ruining everything. This is called the silent treatment, or emotional withdrawal. And its purpose isn't silence itself. Its purpose is to teach you that boundaries cost too much to ever set again. What makes these patterns especially dangerous isn't their cruelty. it's their subtlety. None of these 5 signs, on their own, seem alarming. Each one can be explained away, rationalized, forgiven. It's only when you see them together, as a recurring pattern, that it becomes clear what's actually happening. And it's worth saying, recognizing these signs doesn't mean every difficult person in your life is a narcissist. But if you recognize 3, 4, or all 5 signs in someone close to you, that's not a coincidence worth ignoring. Have you ever recognized this pattern in someone close to you, or maybe in yourself? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to know what happens when this person senses they're losing control over you, that's next.